All right, shalom, boys. Here. Well, I've been harping about this for many years now. Even from when I started my own business and started to learn how to do carpentry work full time. And that is the idea that you're dependent on someone else for, your livelihood, your income. I recently was watching a video on Facebook talking about the quote-unquote racism or the mistreatment of black applicants versus white applicants. And it was basically saying that the numbers were just ridiculous. In other words, black qualified applicants with no criminal record were less likely to get called for a job than white criminal applicants with a record. So basically, hey, a white person with a convicted felony can get a job faster than a black man that doesn't have a convicted felony, that is even equally qualified for the job. Is that wrong? No, and let me tell you why. It's a very controversial thing. I get it. I realize it. I understand it. I've totally absorbed it, and I've taken the emotion out of my assessment. Let's go back in history. There was a time where people that had brown skin, dark complexion, brown skin, dark chocolate skin, that looked just like me, ruled planet Earth. We see it in a number of historical aspects when it comes to rulership. And it was prophesied, and it is true that even from a historical perspective and a current perspective, when you look at everything, the domineering class in this world is white people. Whether whatever, Irish, German, Italian, European, whatever, Ukrainian, Russian, they all have, white skin. And it is what it is. And I know a lot of people, they have a hard time of, accepting that. They feel that it's very wrong. They feel as though it shouldn't be that way. But I'm a realist, and I deal with the notion of things are all the way they are. They are the dominating ruling class in this society today. It is what it is. A domineering or a dominant ruling class does what a dominant ruling class does. It favors its own above those of other nations, creeds. That's what they do. That's the reality of the situation. And until we can accept the fact that that is the situation, we have to deal with the reality of everything that comes along with that reality, with that truth. And a lot of people, they don't want to move forward from that because they are sitting at the feet of the same people that are now in the ruling class and do what ruling class people do. They oppress others and they gain more for themselves. And you're going to expect someone out of their benevolence to change that thought process when in history, even going up to King Solomon, everybody bowed down to Israel. Everybody bowed down. The kings of the earth, the princes of the earth, bowed down to King Solomon. David's son. the greatest, wisest king, that richest king that ever walked the face of planet Earth. The heck with that man to moon and stuff. I don't believe that. I believe what the Bible says. But the idea is that until we accept this fact, move on and apply ourselves, because it's amazing when you look prior to the civil rights movement, they looked at Martin Luther King like he was crazy. Why would you want to integrate with these people? They're going to spit in your food. Well, we got our own restaurants. We got our own schools. We got our own stuff. Why would we want to integrate with these people? And I've had very real conversations, even with white people out here, regarding these matters. There's people that feel as though it's okay, and there's other feels like, hey, I don't want my daughter marrying a black man, and that's okay. I mean, I don't understand what's wrong with that any more than I would want to have my daughter marry a Nazi or Aryan or some crazy stuff. I wouldn't want that. Everybody has a right to that, and until we remove the emotion out of it, because what we really want is equal protection under the law. That's what I would desire. That's the equal protection under the law. I get to run my business, and I get to do what I do and raise my family how I see fit without interference of anybody else. And if somebody else proceeds to infringe on those rights, then the law that I pay through my tax dollars, they come in and they deal with that matter through their judicial system and even through their system of force to repel others from infringing on my equal rights under the law, equal rights and equal protections under the law. So until we get it, because all these people are getting laid off, and all these people, and hey, no, you're not entitled to a job. You're not entitled to housing. You're not entitled to anything outside of what your mother and your father was duty bound under moral, spiritual, and biblical law to give you. Outside of that, you're not responsible, or you're not entitled to anything. It talks about the sweat of your own brow. I mean, yeah, but a lot of people, they want to sit down and they want to beg for handouts, and that even comes in the form of jobs. And see, we want to talk about the Section 8, we want to talk about the Medicare, Medicaid, we want to talk about the EBT, but we don't want to talk about the job itself. We don't want to talk about the federal worker or the state worker or the city worker when they're just a cost center, just like EBT, food stamps, Section 8, they're a cost center, just like all that other stuff. They drain from the system. They don't provide any real value to the system. They don't generate any revenues. So these people are in the same boat, and they never thought that they were in the same boat, but they're now in the same boat because they've always been in the same boat. Stop begging others for a job. Stop begging others for a roof over your head. Stop begging others for clothes on your back. Stop begging others to put food on your table. Stop begging others, because hey, all that free shit went away in Genesis when they ate from the forbidden tree of knowledge. Hey, it ended right there. It all ended right there. You will work. You will produce. You will work by the sweat of your brow. You will plant. You will plow. That's what you're going to do. And that's the reality of the situation. And the only time anybody's trying to give you something for free is because you are the product. They're trying to control you. That's the only reason why somebody's giving you free housing, free food, free shelter, and a job to control you. That's it. Anytime I hear anybody in a situation where they're getting EBT, they're controlled. That's just how it works. And until you simplify it in that basic construct, then you'll get it. Then you'll understand. Then it'll be like, oh, I get it. But a lot of people don't get it because they don't realize and understand the reality of the realm that we're living in the society and the times that we're living in. They're in control. It is what it is. Go and make yourself, because fortunately, we do live in a society, in spite of all its flaws, that we can go out and make something of ourselves and produce something ourselves. You know, there's people that go out there and start businesses. There's people that go out there and start charities. There's people that go out there and do scams, big scams, and steal from people. You can do it all in this nation. You can exploit people. You can make legitimate businesses or illegitimate businesses. You can make immoral and unethical businesses. You could run scams, and I tell you, there's consequences. Some get caught, most don't get caught, whatever it is. But you can do that. You have that freedom to do that in this country, and people do it. I don't produce or live off the backs of others. I produce for myself. I provide for myself. I don't expect anybody else to do anything or provide anything for me. That is my responsibility, and my responsibility only. And like I said before, I believe in interdependency. Coordinate with other people, sharing your resources, bringing your skill sets and your knowledge together to advance a greater good that benefits all parties involved. That's what I believe. That's what I've always believed. I don't believe in any socialist systems that are put out there where, look at New York City, this mayor, is coming out, and it's always, they'll tell you all the benefits of the free shit, but they'll never tell you, or they'll never disclose to you what are the sacrifices. They'll never tell you what's the downside. They'll always tell you the upside. You're gonna get this guy, this socialist, he's talking about giving you free groceries and all types of free shit he's talking about giving, but nobody is not thinking about the cost. See, that's the problem with society today. People don't think for themselves. They listen to these people get up on camera and tell you how blissful of a life that they're going to provide you, and they don't tell you what it's going to cost. It's going to cost you a little freedom, your mind, your soul. That's what it's going to cost. But they're not going to tell you that. I know it's long. I know a lot of people don't want to hear it. Now, I don't do it for the views of the money or anything like that, because I produce out in the real world, which a lot of people can't do. They can't do it. You know why? Because if they could do it, then they would have done it. They can only live and take from others, off the backs of others. This is how these politicians and these presidents and these people in these positions of power, that's how they enrich themselves. I don't know why they keep on going off. Ain't nothing damn wrong. These are damn brand new tires. Tire pressure sensor fault. It's broken because I spent damn near a lot of money on new tires.